Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Thief Gold. In today's episode we're going to proceed to the 5th mission, which is the first mission exclusive to Thief Gold. As a quick recap, last time we got our new lockpicks after disposing of the Horn of Quintus, which we got in the previous mission. We almost got killed in the process by some assassins hired by Lord Ramirez, who is a big kingpin in the city, who is trying to get us to work for him, but of course we're independent because we're cool like that. And yeah, we basically robbed him blind. So let's continue.
I was going to pay Lord Randall and his vase collection a visit, but the Downwind Thieves Guild beat me to the score. Word is that they haven't divvied the booty yet. Apparently their leaders, Donnell and Reuben, are arguing over the prized sapphire vase. Sounds like they could use a third party to settle their disagreement. Since I'm no mediator, I'll just steal the vase from them. They'll be so busy blaming each other, no one will suspect an outsider. The Downwinders run a gambling den called the Overlord's Fancy, which operates under a nearby restaurant. The guild's hideout is beneath the casino. I have a rough map of the complex I got from sources from the inside. Once I'm in the Overlord's Fancy, I'll have to search for the secret entrance to the hideout. I have to be careful. The Downwinders know me all too well. If they catch sight of me, they'll know who took the vase. Assuming they don't just kill me for trespassing. Finding the vase may prove difficult since I have no idea where it is. Should be a hot topic of conversation among the Downwinders. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to overhear where they're stashing it. Time to make a living.
Alright, Thieves Guild. On normal, we have to retrieve the sapphire vase, break into the Thieves Guild first, of course, by breaking into the gambling den in the Overlord's Fancy, get some loot. This is the first mission actually where even on normal you have a loot objective in addition to your main objective, and get out of the guild as well. It's also the first time on normal where you have to also get out of the area. On hard, we also have to get Lord Randall's prized bracelet, and on expert, we have to do that and not kill anyone. So yeah, to recap, break into Downwind Thieves Guild by breaking into the gambling den in the Overlord's Fancy, so a double break-in. Retrieve Lord Randall's sapphire vase. The guild made stealing the vase more difficult, make them pay, don't live with at least 2,000 again. They also stole Lord Randall's prized bracelet. It'll fetch a good price on the market. That's the secondary loot objective. Violence is the mark of the amateur. We mustn't kill anyone, as always, and we must get out of the guild and back to the city streets when we are done. So it doesn't really sound all that complicated. But I'll quickly show you the map after I'm done getting some of my goodies here. I think this is the first time we're going to encounter mines, and mines, they're pretty self-explanatory. When you lie them down, they'll just arm themselves, and then anyone who walks over them, including you, they will blow up and basically kill them in one shot. Obviously they aren't that useful in missions like this where we mustn't kill anyone, but in missions where there's a lot of zombies, these are really useful. Usually I like to parry these with the noisemaker arrows. I just pluck a few of these down, and then when the zombies are nearby, I just shoot a few noisemaker arrows in the area where the mines are, and boom, profit. We also get access to fire arrows in this for some reason, and fire arrows are basically explosives that you can shoot. They're really useful against zombies again, and enemies, and they kill anything in one shot, even if it's already aggroed onto you. But again, in this mission in particular, these are pretty much useless to us. What I'm gonna do is I'll get moss arrows, because those are always useful. Water arrows. And I would say 3 healing potions. Yeah, let's go for that. Alright, so yeah, there's the goals. But here is the main issue with this map. I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but this is quite possibly the worst Thief Gold map. Now, in my opinion, it is not the worst. There is another map that's worse than this. But this is widely considered to be the worst by the community. And if it's your first time playing the game, I highly recommend, assuming you play Thief Gold and not the original Thief, because in the original Thief this mission doesn't exist. I highly recommend that you just skip this one. There is a hotkey that you can use to skip missions. I believe it was Control Alt Shift End to skip a mission, basically. I highly recommend on your first playthrough you just skip this mission, since it's super confusing. It's really difficult, especially coming from all the previous missions, which are pretty straightforward, and the design was very friendly, beginner friendly. This is not the case. Now, I've played this game several times, so I know exactly where to go and what to do in this mission. So it's not really going to be a problem for me, but it will be a problem for you on your first playthrough. So yeah, I highly recommend you skip this one. And then when you replay the game, you should play it then. Additionally, it doesn't really add anything to the story, because in the original game, the next mission that we're gonna have, the mission number 6 in Gold, is mission number 5 in the original game, and that one immediately picks off after the previous mission of Assassins. There is absolutely no mention of the happenings in the Thieves Guild at all. It almost feels like, how do I say this? Like a fan fiction, basically, like a fan mission. Yeah, it almost feels like a fan mission instead of an official thing. So you're really not missing out on much if you just skip this one. And I highly recommend you do so. And here is why. This is the main reason why. So we start off with, I think these are the city streets. And as you can see, they're kind of closed off. We need to go to Dono's place. I think that's where the vase is. I always get the two mixed up. There's a sewer here that we can access, but here's the Overlord's Fancy. We need to start here. But then, this is pretty straightforward. This is the restaurant, the map of the restaurant. There's some stairs here. Like, it's a very simple layout. We need to go into the basement of the restaurant. And then we have this map. Yeah, so this is a map of the sewers, actually, not the city streets. My bad. So this is a map of the sewers. Pretty simple, but then we have like these lower sewers, which are very not descriptive at all. Connection to a middle sewer, a north basement, an upper sewer here. The upper sewer is here, leading to Ruben's. There's a connection to a middle sewer. Ruben's mansion. So we have 2 mansions that we have to raid, not 1 but 2. So this is Ruben's mansion, the layout of this place, and again, it's very basic. It barely shows us anything. And Dono's mansion also has 2 floors. So basically we need to navigate through a bunch of maze-like sewers into these 2 mansions. And we need to visit both of them, even on normal. Don't forget that. It's not like, oh, one of them is completely optional if you're playing on normal. No, we have to visit both of them. But we'll get to that. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of maps, not very descriptive maps. This is just a really confusing layout, a really poorly designed, in my opinion, level. Although it's not as poorly designed as another Thief Gold mission, which we'll get to in future episodes. But when I first played this game, this was my least favorite mission. This was easily my F-tier mission, my most hated mission. But that title would actually go to the second mission nowadays. But more on that when the time comes. For now, let's focus on this one. Save.
Password?
Reeves Balls, Sutter. It's me.
Security is necessary to prevent exposure and dilution of talent. Do you want to argue with the Lords? Now what's the password?
Hand of shadow, foot of air. Open the door, okay?
Well, now he hasn't given me the password.
Are you taffing me?
Security is necessary to
And I'm standing here listening to Dano tell you the password. You think he's gonna let me if I'm not in the guild? Or you think I'm lackwit enough not to remember it?
Sutter, I'll put up with your airs a ways, but if you start putting it like I'm that much of a fool, there will be blood. Now open this door!
This is probably the best part of this mission. These funny conversations. Thief 2 has even funnier dialogues. But yeah, one thing that's very interesting about this mission, by the way, is that it feels a lot like a Thief 2 level rather than a Thief 1 level, although a very poorly designed Thief 2 level. So it's evident that this was made after the original game. It wasn't even planned in the original game. But this is actually the Overlord's Fancy. If you recall from, I think it was the previous mission, we had a note that mentioned it. Yeah, this is the place. Deliveries to the back door only. Right, so in order to break in, I mean, we can break in through the front door if we want to, but that is not recommended. It's much easier to go through the back door, as is usually the case with missions in this game. Now, there is more to this outer area here, like there's more streets and I believe even a few pedestrians, but there's literally nothing out there, so you just end up wasting your time if you explore out there. Maybe there might be like a couple of arrows caches somewhere around, but you don't even need those. So what I do is I always go immediately inside of the restaurant. And we can do this by picking this door. Gonna start saves coming.
Who's home?
There's a servant here. We hide her in the room. One of the guards patrols and enters this room, like enters the kitchen through that door over there and then goes around, and then the other one patrols in a back room. So we have a bunch of food here, which is gonna be useful later. Oh crap. Okay, so he's already in, so I'm gonna hide in here. And I'll wait for him to pass, and I'll knock him out. So far so good, right? It's a very small restaurant. Essentially what this consists of is a bunch of smaller buildings. Like, you're probably thinking like, oh my god, 2 mansions, that's insane. But both of them are really small. Compared to Lord Rando's and Lord Bafford's, both mansions are like extremely small. We have a lot of fan missions, and I do plan on covering some fan missions, at least some of my favorites, like Endless Rain. There's a lot of fan missions that have much bigger mansions than several of them, but this is the base game,
used to rat
so
noises by now.
I'm playing these ones first. Basic loot there. One thing I've always found weird about this is that the kitchen is massive, and yet the main dining area is as big as the kitchen, if not even smaller. And there's like no chairs or anything, and just a few random tables. Like, yeah, I get it. I guess you could say that it's because it's after hours, but still, it's a bit of a weird layout in my opinion. Right, so this is the door leading to the basement. However, it is locked, and we got a key that actually unlocks this door instead. We can head up to the 2nd floor, and we get the basement key from up here. Now that servant that actually went inside with them is patrolling up here. So that's why I'm waiting right now. He'll come through this door and go through that one. There he is. I like how blind these guys are. Gonna try to hide him behind this barrow here. Not good enough. There's no more enemies up here, so it's whatever. I believe those are rope arrows, because you are gonna need them to drop down this chute. That is the only way to get down to the basement. Which is kind of annoying, since I'm pretty sure you cannot lockpick the door downstairs. And that's kind of annoying because it kind of limits you. Like, this game is all about taking different approaches to things, and this mission like takes that away from you. But yeah, I still don't like this mission, for the record. It's still one of my least favorites, but it's not my absolute most hated mission in the at least in the first game. I would say I would rank this as probably my 4th or 5th least favorite mission in the game. So it's still near the bottom, but it's not at the absolute bottom anymore. Also, you gotta be very careful when dropping down here because you're gonna make a lot of noise. Have a very funky tune here. Let me see if I can...
They're so busy gambling their money away. They won't notice if I take a bit.
So this is the Overlord's Fancy. This is the actual casino. It's basically, because gambling is, I'm pretty sure, outlawed in this universe, especially by the Hemorrhoids. It's pretty much illegal.
Huh?
Crap. I hope he didn't see me.
It's quiet now.
Ah, good.
What?
Come on, turn around.
Guess it was nothing. People around here, they don't care.
Ah, why is it taking him so long to turn around? There you go. So yeah, but I guess like the good thing about this mission is that it's very good for world building, since it shows the sort of underground of the city, literally and figuratively speaking. So I do appreciate it for that, but as a mission, like gameplay wise, as a video game level, it's not that great, especially on the first time playthrough. Crap. Need to douse this torch. There we go. That should help. Now we have some guards over there. If you're going for 100%, this is even more annoying, this mission, let me tell you, because I've done it before, and getting all the pickpockets makes this mission take twice as long, because some of these guys are really annoying to pickpocket. Getting the loot from this table is honestly relatively easy, especially if you use the lean feature. In Thief 2 you can actually lean forward, in Thief 1 you cannot, unfortunately. But you can still get it without needing to lean, so that's good. Right, there is a trick you can do here, because as you can see there is some loot there, and I know this from, again, my days when I was 100%ing the game. You don't really have to get this loot to get the expert objective, but I like to get it because it's actually super easy, even though it might seem difficult, as long as you have a moss arrow, and this is why I took a lot of them. This surface right here is metal, and no matter what you do, when you climb on it, this guy won't get alerted to you if you climb on it, if it's covered by moss. But if it's not covered by moss, you always, without fail, make noise, and he'll be alerted to your presence.
Playing tricks on me.
And then you can just lean in
Something
and
is
grab it.
strange here.
Even though you're visible, don't worry about it. It never alerts them.
Eventually.
And as I said that, apparently they got alerted for the first time ever. Gotta be more careful, I guess. Let me stick a little bit closer to the shadow here.
Something.
Crap. I'm speaking out of my ass, aren't I?
What's going on?
Okay, why is this not working? Normally this works fine.
Hey, what's going on?
I spotted him!
Okay, what the hell?
You saw it too? All's quiet now. You see that?
What? Stay right there, Gary!
Okay, what the hell is going on right now?
What? Don't you move
I feel embarrassed.
over there.
You can pickpocket him easily. I really want that loot though. Call me greedy, but I want it.
What was that?
Something is strange here.
What was that?
Hey.
What's going on?
Why is he getting alerted? I'm so confused. Do I have like a outdated version of T-Fix or something? Because he never gets alerted. I swear on my mom. I've done this so many times and he's never gotten alerted.
I thought I saw something. Something is strange here.
You see that?
Could it be because of... No, it can't be because of that light, because normally I douse that torch as well. But that shouldn't matter, that's too far away. It doesn't get alerted if I do that. It feels like I get too much of a boost. And I end up moving too much inwards.
Something's wrong. Well, it was nothing, I guess.
I'll find you eventually.
Well, let's see if we survive this.
Garrett!
We're gonna have fun gutting you, boy.
Hopefully it doesn't take them too long to go back to idle. But yeah, we've been 15 minutes into this and we're still only in this opening section here. That should put into perspective how annoying this mission is. This is easily the lengthiest mission out of the entire game, I would say. Okay, I don't want to take any chances because they're still aggroed. So I'm going to take the safe route like so. Douse the torch. Be double sure. Douse this torch because I have to. And then be very careful here. There we go. There is a potion there and I think a water arrow, but you don't really need those. I don't feel like risking it again. That was way too risque. And there we go. That's how we open this secret passage here to the sewers.
Donal and Reuben can kill each other for all I care. While they fight over the vase, they stay out of my way.
Yeah, but while they're squabbling, they ain't fencing the vase, neither. That vase is just gonna stay locked up in Lord Donal's lair.
Yeah, but it's not like it's doing Donal any good, since Lord Reuben has the key to the lockup.
Ain't doing me no good, neither. That sapphire vase is worth more than the rest of the score from Randall's combined. I didn't become a downwinder to work for free. I want my cut.
So, I guess this is why this mission is so linear. And this is the only way to enter the sewers, so that you get to eavesdrop on this conversation. Because otherwise it's basically impossible to... Because otherwise it's basically impossible to determine where the vase is. So as you heard from the conversation, we need to... So I gotta wait for this guy to come back. I know his patrol route already. Just need to wait for him to come back. I think there's some stuff around here. Yep, there is. Flash bomb and a note. Stiff Reuben and you're gonna end up worm food. Look, KV, freelancing is just too damn risky. We pay Reuben and he keeps the heat off us and helps us move merchandise. And gives us a place to crash. I guarantee ya, the streets won't give you such a sweet deal. Now get your ass north side and pay your tribute. But yeah, we need to visit both mansions in order to complete the mission, even on normal. That's what I meant. Because we need to visit one of them to get the key and the other one for the actual vase.
Someone there?
For the safe.
Seems quiet enough now.
So Lord Reuben has the key. The upper sewer. Yeah. It has been a while and I don't remember if this is the correct way to go. Because although the game gives you an option to go like both ways, if you go the wrong way, if you go to the wrong mansion first, the one with the safe and not the key, you're gonna have to spend a lot of time backtracking, and that's really annoying. And also these sewers are very maze-like, especially when you play it for the first time. But I think this is the right way. I think I'm supposed to go this way first and then the other way. We have a lot of guards here. Now, this guy patrols, goes down there and then patrols in the outer area here, so it's fine to leave his body here, because the other one only patrols down there, so he'll never come up here and see it.
Did I just see what I think I saw?
Yeah, see? Now, here's a pro tip. I did this in one of my first playthroughs on Expert, and I thought it was funny because I dumped the bodies into the water and they actually do drown that way. But then I realized that, oh, this makes me fail the mission. And I somehow have left like a body in a body of water like very far away from me, and I basically soft-locked myself because I didn't have enough time to go back and rescue the guy. So the devs have really thought of everything. It's not like, oh, after you kill them, like you're still dropping them in the water, so you're technically still killing them. The game is smart enough to distinguish that. Right, so right here we have these switches, and they toggle stuff like these gates over here. This is gate 13, Vault 13, Fallout reference. Sorry, I've been playing Fallout these days. But if you open this, it is an alternate way to go to Rubens. However, I don't really go that way usually. So I usually just leave this entire room be. What I do instead is I go through here. There's a door. Yeah, this all looks familiar. I think I'm on the right track. So we're currently in connection to the middle sewer, and we're in the north basement. So this is, I'm pretty sure, the basement of Lord Rubens. There is a servant who comes by here. I'm gonna wait for him. Servants are the easiest to knock out, because even if they spot you, you can still knock them out. Whereas guards, you have to fight them if they spot you. You can only knock them out from behind. At least I think he's supposed to come here. Where is he?
That out.
Oh, there we go. Right, there is some easy to miss loot here, although not a lot of it. I think, yep, there's a goblet up there. And I think one of the bedrooms has a silver nugget as well next to the bed. Oh, I didn't even know that there was a mine there. Oh no, I think I'm thinking of the other basement. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Like, this map is so massive that even a veteran player gets confused because you just can't remember everything.
Baffert was furious when he got back from his trip and found out his precious scepter had been swiped.
We didn't pull that job, did we?
You Taffer, if we pulled a job on one of Ramirez's people, it would be war.
Well, who then?
Probably Garrett. He's the only one sly and foolish enough to pull a job like that.
I really like that sort of exposition that's referring to past events as well. That was clearly the first mission. Right. There's a piece of loot there and another piece of loot on one of the other shelves. Yep, right there, a necklace. Okay, now the other door that you saw there will also lead us to the exact same place, but on the other side. So we're not really missing out on much. And here we have more sewers, yay! My favorite.
Lord Randall's would have smelled better.
Yeah, just to demonstrate from here. There is a little basement area. But I like to tackle it from the other side. Because it's a bit easier. Okay, that is not the way I want to go yet. Because that is the way to Ruben's mansion.
I don't like this.
Well. Actually, yeah, let's deal with this then. Oh, I'm gonna go backtrack to that other door then. Because I think that's the way to go. To that area that I showed earlier. But the easier route. And I'm already getting turned around. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. So now we're in the same basement, but on the other side. We emerged from that side from the sewers. So this side is way easier to handle because you can just douse these torches. There is a guy over here. Yeah, I can hear him. There we go. There's some loot in these chests if I recall correctly. Maybe in this one. Yep. And a mural here. We chose our profession in defiance to the greed of the monarchy. We will not live for the sake of taxes to fatten the nobles' pockets. We choose to live the only life available to those who will truly be free. We are thieves. And yet, you're no less free than the standard rabble. I would say the only truly free person is Garrett. And even he isn't free because he has to pay his landlord.
That sounded funny.
Now, this guy has probably the shortest patrol route in the entire series. But he's still very easy to take care of. And here we have... I can never get her to not alert. But she has loot on her and there's also loot in one of the chests. So I always knock her out. I don't know how you would ghost this area. I'm not the person to ask for that. Because I've never performed ghosting. I think I've only done ghosting in like one mission in Thief. I think, yeah, the first mission in Thief 2 is the only mission I've ever ghosted. And there we go. Let's go to the sewers now from here. A very weird gate. Yeah, that door is boarded up for some reason, but... Alright, back to the sewers we go. Okay, so there's two ways to go here. I always go forward instead of left, because if you go left, you emerge in a large, well-lit area with a guard and a servant. And that is really difficult. This is the easier route, going through here.
I thought I saw...
Hey!
Okay, just wanted to make sure. This guy comes down here. I'm going to blackjack him. I don't actually remember if he goes inside of that room or this room. I think he goes inside of there. Yep.
Did I just see...
You gotta be quick here, because as soon as he opens that door, you basically missed your chance, because they will see you knocking him out. They're right on the other side of the door. Right, we have to visit this room. It's a requirement, and you'll see why. Knock that guy out. Tom, you're my #1 man. I trusted you to select my personal staff, and you have witnessed for each and every one of them. I've also trusted you with the only key to my mansion because of your unmatched loyalty. But don't think that my faith in you means that I will ignore your responsibilities. Consider this a friendly reminder. If Donald's people get into my home and get the key to his master's safe, you are accountable. And you know I always collect my debts. Ruben. Yeah, so this is why this room is important. The key, the only key to Ruben's house is in here. And I don't know if it's actually that one or the one inside of there. There's some gold there as well. But there's something else in this room. Right here. That is Lord Randall's bracelet. So at least they put it on the way to a main location. So you don't really have to go out of your way to search these sewers. Which is super annoying.
Thought I saw something.
Alright. If I recall quickly, this guy does a full loop. So he will come this way and we'll knock him out then. And that other guy is honestly very easy to take care of. It might seem like that is not the case since it's a very well lit area, but trust me, that guy is just straight up blind. You can easily sneak up behind him and knock him out. I'll demonstrate it shortly. But yeah, we're almost at Lord Rubens already, but the other sewer section, the one leading to Dono's, is way longer and a lot more complex. His basement as well is a lot bigger. He will say, huh, but don't worry. He won't get alerted. Unless you run, he won't get alerted. And there you go, simple as that. Right, this guy in this corner here, and let's see. I should have the key on me. Yep, there you go, house key. So that was the house key, never mind. Wait, there's a note though. Rubin's house, no entry. Pay tributes at Tom's quarters in the north side maintenance rooms. We already have. Now this door you cannot lockpick. Right? So it's one of those doors that you cannot lockpick. There's 2 servants here.
Hello?
Always knock both of them out, just to get them out of the way. Gonna douse this torch to hide their bodies. Now here, there's nothing really here, but I'm still going to pick the lock just to show it to you. It's a very advanced lock too. You would be thinking, oh, there must be treasure in here, but no, it's a red herring. What the hell are these guys doing? Oh my god. Okay, let's not question that and let's instead go upstairs. Get our key. Now, there is a spider there, and this... It only happened to me once. But this spider is kind of glitchy, because he'll always spot you and get aggressive. But it has happened to me on several occasions that somehow, for some reason, the guards that never come down here came down here and like got alerted by the spider and started fighting him. Like, I really don't know what the hell happened there. It's only happened a couple of times, but yeah, because normally there are guards in here patrolling this area, but they never go down the basement. They always come inside of this room and then immediately leave. Speak of the devil. Here's one right now. And there's 2 of them in total that enter this room. Also, inside this fireplace, there's literally a shortcut that enters the actual mansion. This is the actual mansion. Because we're still not in the mansion. We're in basically the guards and servants' quarters, which are outside of the mansion. They're like a smaller building. But I never use that path because if you go the intended route, you get a lot more loot. But if you're trying to speedrun or whatever, you can use that shortcut and just get the key immediately. But I'm trying to get as much loot as possible. Not necessarily all the loot, but as much as possible.
Huh?
There we go. Now these are unfortunately not the only 2 guards down here. There's more. But those are the only 2 that come to this specific section. There's a bit of loot there. Okay. Right, so right here we have a servant. Let me... This is why I took moss arrows. There's a lot of areas like this in this mission. Where moss arrows aren't really required, but they help a lot. Water arrow there. There's a guy here. Alright, I believe the exit is this way. Yeah, I believe the exit is that door. But we still have a few rooms to check out with some loot here. Yeah, it's a very expensive level. There's a lot of loot scattered all around. A lot of easier to miss loot. This is probably... Actually, no, there is one mission that's harder to 100% than this, in my opinion. But this is definitely like one of the hardest missions to 100%. This was such a pain in the ass when I did it for the first time. Okay, down here we have another piece of loot. I believe it's a tiara. Yep, a tiara. 600. We've gotten so much loot and we only have 600 so far. However, do not worry because the sapphire vase, which is the main loot item in the mission, does actually count to your loot objective. So that'll get you up to 2000, no problem. In these storage rooms, I guess there is a diamond here, and I guess it's in this one. I swear I thought it was in the first one, but oh well. Yep, there it is. Alright. There is a secret entrance there, very evidently. And I'll show you how to get there. That's more of a shortcut though. It's a secret entrance from the house itself. Oh, that's the bathroom. Okay, the exit is actually this door. Almost. This is sort of like an entrance, and here is the exit. And this is Lord Ruben's mansion. Now you can either go through the front door or take the back door. I always take the back door. There's a couple of mines here. Okay. Crap. So those two guys have like a very lengthy patrol route. So I always wait for them and I...
Hey, something's going down.
Okay. Ah, I was too slow. So I always enter the bathroom here and hide in this darkened corner. Make sure to also put a moss arrow down, because otherwise, the moment you move, you will alert them. And there's two of them as well, so you gotta be very quick. You gotta knock out one of them and then immediately knock out the other one. Opening the door also helps a little bit. Because these guys have a super long patrol route.
Hey, don't you move them up!
Fuck. They go around the entire mansion, literally. So if you miss your chance to get them now,
Thought I saw some.
you're gonna have to wait a long time, because that's the best area where you can knock them out. Otherwise, they're in areas that are a lot more exposed, and it's a lot more likely that you'll be seen by other guards knocking them out. Okay, now here, even though this area is normally empty besides those two guys, use moss arrows, because there is patrolling guards up there, and if they hear you, they will get alerted and they will immediately know that you're down here and come down to investigate. So I cannot stress this enough. Use moss arrows in this area. In fact, I'll put another one down just in case, because I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of boring here that will make noise. You can either take the main door, or you can take another back door here, and there's a kitchen area with a single servant. You can just leave her there. The only people who pass by here are those two guards, which you already took care of. Alright, so here we have a golden candlestick. Let's go up to the second floor. This is the main entrance. Almost. Yeah, that is the main entrance right there. And this is that room with a shortcut. So there's at least plenty of shortcuts to lead you back to the basement area. I'm probably not going to use this one though. I think I will use the other one. So So the second floor has a library. Let's read this note. Notes to self. Fence loot from Lord Brosius' job. Transfer funds to foreign accounts. Have Frederick killed for disloyalty. Feed Kitty. Meet with Lady Valerius for info on Lord B. Hide key to Donner's master safe behind the secret panel in my room. Very convenient for us. Now we know that there's a secret panel where the key is hidden. Also, take note of this Lady Valerius character. We're actually gonna... well, not really meet her, but there is a mission related to her later on. And of course, Lord B is Lord Baffert. Also really like this this part here. Have Frederick killed for disloyalty, and then at the same time, feed the kitty. Okay, before I open those doors, there is an area here which always messes with me.
Hey, he's
Because these guys always wake up for some reason. Like, normally, when NPCs are asleep, they don't wake up so easily, but these guys are high alert for some reason. And that is why I always blackjack them even though they're sleeping, because it's way too dangerous to just leave them sleeping.
You're not one of us!
Yeah, just like that. Oops. There we go. I don't think these chests have any loot in them, but just in case, let's see. Oh. Okay, and this is the way. This is the other secret entrance that you saw earlier. This is the one I'm actually gonna take when leaving this area. Okay, and now we're ready for this. There's a lot of guards here. There's, I believe, 3 of them. There's 2 that patrol those 2 rooms, and there's this archer feller as well. So obviously I'm gonna take care of the archer feller first, and then focus on those 2. Move him inside of here. And that door also leads to that same... yeah, it's that door. Right, so the way I usually handle these guys is I hide in this doorway here, because they always take the same route through the rooms. So they never actually open in this door and take this route. So what I do is I wait there until both of them pass and then knock both of them out. Let me grab the loot first. And now we just wait. And here's that area that I was talking about, by the way. That is why you need to use moss arrows here. Because even though they don't come out here, they can still hear you if they're going through this hallway.
Well, it was nothing, I guess.
Always wait for the second guy. Because if you knock this guy out now, the second guy will see what's going on. So knock this guy.
What's going on?
Knock this guy out in this room, and then you can take care of the other one outside. There we go. Gonna move both their bodies inside of this room. Put the doors. Both of them have the same key, which opens up. Pretty sure it opens this door. Think. Yep. It's the bathroom. There's a wine bottle there. That is not the safe key. Alright, here we have, I guess, a ledger. Bribe to servant Gilpin. Jerwit's contract. I think some of these are actually the names of developers that worked on the game. Tools, bonus downwinder Veruli, Lord Brosius' job, monthly payment to sheriff, rat poison, bar tab for guild party, Steinkrau's contract, bonus for downwinder Raphael to offer hemorrhoids a bribe. Raphael's funeral. It's funny. And if this wasn't evident already, that is the secret panel mentioned in the other note. Keep a close eye on the key. Lose it and the Randall job will have been nothing but a sightseeing trip. I swear, that Donald gives thieves a bad name. Look to
Now
speaking.
I can get my vase.
Indeed, Garrett. Alright, and now it's time for the second part of the second half of the mission. We've been streaming for 50 minutes, although out of those I think it's 40 minutes of gameplay. And we're only halfway done with the mission. That should put into perspective how long this takes. Is there actually something behind this? Oh, this is... Oh, interesting. That is just a flat texture. It's not actually a banner. I somehow never noticed that. At least the devs are kind enough to give us these shortcuts. I'm gonna make use of now. You can actually close it as well on your way out. I think that was the first time that spider never got alerted to my presence both ways. That's a first. It's the first time for everything. Okay, let me prepare my house key. Now, one thing I actually really dislike about this game is how it handles the inventory. Since the longer the mission is, the more likely you are to get a bunch of items, especially stuff like keys and notes. And you basically have to scroll through everything like so by spamming tab. And I have a gamer mouse which has like extra side buttons, and I actually use those for switching items as well, so I can go backwards. But it's still really annoying, even with that quality of life feature. Okay, and we're back here. Let's go to the other section of the main sewers now. The other one we didn't go to yet, because that way obviously leads to Donald's. Now, thankfully, to end the mission, you can actually leave to the city streets from Donald's mansion. You don't have to backtrack all the way back to the Overlord's fancy and then back to those same city streets you started in. So at least that's a saving grace, but it's still annoying that you have to go through all this trouble. And what's even more annoying is that it's not even... I mean, it is canon, obviously, but it's not really required for the main story. Now here's a bit of a secret. 37. Let's open this. And here we have some loot and a fire arrow. Also, I just realized that we had an introduction to fire arrows like in Mission 3, so I feel like a fool now. Gotta give me a break, I'm tired, it's late. Okay, so there's a servant here, she goes all the way up there, so let's... Crap. Forgot about this guy.
Hey.
Loot there. I'm gonna dump these guys in this hole. You can choose to go up there, but I'm pretty sure there's more people up there, so I always take the sewer instead. There's also a piece of loot here as well, but you gotta be careful with these spiders. These glitchy spiders, apparently. The hell? There we go. I've never seen that happen before. Okay, so down here we have more spiders and, more importantly, a piece of loot. Right here, a diamond, and also some arrows, actually. So you can see how this could be very confusing. If you go down that way, you will actually emerge at basically the cross section. Wait, what's it called again? Yeah, the connection to the middle sewer, I think. No, but I don't know. I don't even know, to be honest. I'll just show you the path I normally take, which is down here. There's this guy.
It's quiet now. Did you see that? It was just nothing. Hey.
Crap. Oh, I seriously gotta wait for him, don't I? Sometimes you just lose your patience with this game. Especially when you're playing a bad mission like this. Okay, at least that worked. Unfortunately, this is not the only guy who passes by here. There's also a archer as well, so we gotta wait for him now. Gonna dump this guy down here, where he's out of view. Yeah, there's the archer.
Well, it's quiet now.
Oh, he doesn't go down here. He goes down this way. Here's a piece of loot that really irked me. Because this was like the only piece of loot I was missing in my 100% playthrough of this mission. And it was right here. It's very easy to miss. So, pro tip. Let me move these guys. Okay, so there's several paths we can take here. I normally come down here
What's
first.
that?
There's a servant. Now, there are a couple of NPCs where after you hear their conversation, they start patrolling this area, so I'm gonna move her. I think this room should be safe. Okay, I can leave her there safely. Where does this lead again? Okay, so this room right here, if you take that sewer area where the diamond and the spiders were, it will emerge in that room over there, and that is our destination, basically. That's the way to Donald's. But before going there, there's still some loot to be had here. If we go this way instead.
Partners fight, it's never good.
I heard that. We got Donald on the south side and Reuben on the north. If something goes down, we'll be caught in the middle of it.
Those two don't quit squabbling and settle this. Reuben's gonna send out his boys to find out where Donald's safe is. And Donald will be out looking for Reuben's key. And you know the knuckle breakers ain't too picky about whose knuckles they break.
I should never have gone Union.
As Garrett predicted, this is
Thought I saw something.
a hot topic amongst the guild members. The feud between Donald and Reuben. Where did the other guy go? I'm a bit worried. Where did the other guy go? Oh, there he is.
Thought I saw something.
I want to make sure that he doesn't spot any bodies. I'm gonna leave this guy over here. Take out this fire. Silver nugget. Here's another instance of a banner hiding something. Diamond and a health potion. There is a patrolling guard here.
What was that?
Knock him out. And this is the... You remember Thom? This is basically the Thom of Reuben, of Donald. His, I guess, right-hand man. There's a note here from his master, I presume. Yep, Magrin. Use the back door 47 if you must visit. I don't give a damn what it does to your clothes. I will not risk Ruben's come following you in. Until I get my key back and the vase is sitting on my mantelpiece, you're just going to have to tolerate the inconvenience. Dono. So there's a hint for us. Door 47. That's the door we need to open up to get to Dono's. That is the only way. Again, kind of unfortunate because it makes it super linear. Also, this is another easy piece of loot to miss. Now, right here, this is an interesting door. You can actually unlock it with the casino key. And if you're going for 100%, that is how you access these two guys in their pickpockets. But I'm not going for that, so I don't care. I'm just gonna lock the door.
Who knows what it was?
There is still more loot to be had in this room. I think that's the last of it. And a very easy to miss goblet down here. Some arrows and a note. Davey, till Dono and Ruben quit their bitchin', best we just stick to our own turf. I'm too much Dono's man to risk it north side. Well, pretty soon though, they won't be arguing anymore because the base is gonna be mine.
These pressure doors, they're a bloody nuisance. You gotta go out of your way just to find the top and lever.
Slows down the intruders, though.
Who'd break in here? The only action we get is when somebody tries to skim off the top.
Well, this vase situation might give you all the action you need.
Hey, that's right. Be nice to bust some heads for a change.
Alright. Go this way. Okay, gotta be very careful here.
Hey! Take that!
Crap. And that is why. So if you actually go down here, this is the way you emerge from the sewers. Right here. This is at the end of that long hallway.
Lost it. No good.
Let me eat some food to recover my health a little bit. I have 11 healing potions. That is ridiculous. There's some elemental arrows here, and this is the way we're supposed to go. But you see that down here, there's a locked door, and it's not even oh, it is labeled 47. That is the door we need to open. Now, this is an area I also got stuck in when I first played this mission for the very first time. What you have to do, and get this, you have to jump down the water, which clearly looks like a hazard, and there's literally a very hard to miss tunnel, or easy to miss tunnel here. Which leads to a switch that opens up door 48 and 47. And I don't know where 48 even is, but I think it blocks the way to Donald's if you open it, so don't open it. Normally I don't. 47 is the only one you need. And now we can go back and that door should be open and we can finally go to Donald's and wrap up this mission. It's been a doozy. This has been the longest session so far. Even longer than the very first session, which had technically 2 missions. The tutorial and the first mission. Alrighty.
Ah, back door.
You hear about Sutter's job last night?
Heard he came in pretty late. Did you get something good?
Don't he wish? He's up in this lady's bedroom, all quiet like, when he hears feet outside.
He got caught?
Nothing so tame. He can scarp out the way he came quick enough, but he don't want to go till he's got something. So he sweeps everything on the dresser, jewelry, candlesticks, whatnot, into his sack, gets halfway down the stairs, when the sack starts leaping about.
What?
He's cut the lady's cat, too. Cat claws a hole in the sack. Everything falls out except the cat. And that's halfway up his arm with claws every which way. He had to jump in the river to get the damn thing off. Left a trail of blood and water over half the city just going home.
Trail of blood. How did he not get caught by the police? These guys are amateurs. Right. You gotta be very quick here. Because there's another guy there and he will get alerted if you're not quick enough. He'll come to investigate. This guy will come around the corner. So again, you gotta be quick for him. Normally hide him here and I douse the torch. So, okay, this is the piece of loot I was thinking about. This is the nugget next to the bed. I don't know what this chest has. I don't think it's loot. It's a mine. I don't know why they're giving me so many mines on export. And now let's knock out this other guy. And then we have a couple of storage rooms and one of them has another diamond. Just like pretty much mirroring the Ruben's basement. There we go. I don't know if it's actually a diamond. Oh no, it's a necklace. Still, it's a piece of loot. Doesn't matter what it is. There's only one instance in the entire game where it actually matters what type of loot you get. It's in a later mission. Otherwise it doesn't really matter, even though it's split into gold, gems, and... What else was there? Hold on. Yeah, gold, gems, and goods. Right, and now we can climb up here to the kitchen area.
What was that there? I saw something.
Other than the servant, there is another guard that patrols this area and he comes out of that door. So hopefully I won't miss him while I'm... Oh, I heard him.
Who's there? Hello?
There we go. I'm gonna move both of these to that darkened room in the basement. Here. Okay, we have a note. And this note is actually a very clever hint. If you look in the sink, there's some loot there. For the last time, tell the maid to stay out of the banner room and don't touch anything in it. It's the room where I can have peace of mind. My collection is too precious to risk any clumsiness from cleaning. That's another hint for us. There's clearly something in the banner room, so we need to slash some banners. Let's get there next. The bathroom there. I think I should come this way first. There's a storage room here with a key. I think that's everything. Don't worry about stepping on the tiles here. This is an empty room. It won't really alert anyone. Base there. And I think this is... Yeah, this leads to there. Now, there is a guy here whom you can pickpocket and knock out. I usually just leave him there because there's no patrolling guards down here, but there are patrolling guards upstairs. 2 of them. They go inside. This is the banner room that the note mentioned. They go through here and through that door, I believe. I'm gonna hide this guy here. I don't know where the other one is. There he is.
What?
And there we go. We're finally safe. That was the last guard in the entire mission. So now all we have to do is raid this place and check out the banner room. And we already completed our objective without even getting the sapphire vase. 2000 loot. Okay, here we have some more ledgers. Lady Lamer job, Duke Leonard job, bribe to Lord Church, kickback to Magistrate Gilby, Lord Muse job, surveillance, and Lord Rando job. That's the most recent one. Another ledger here. Entertainment Expo, info from Victoria. Again, Victoria. It seems like she's very, a very resourceful woman who contacts all of these factions, I guess. So it seems like she's very important. And surprise, surprise, she's gonna contact us in the next mission. Cleaning, air freshener, surveillance, bribe to Deputy Methon, info from Court Jester Tycodes, probably butcher that, bribe to Captain Purso, deliveries from Lesser Rabota, kickback to Constable Mark, and Downwinder Solus contract. Unfortunately, this bat is pretty much useless. It doesn't even have any water arrows in it. Although I guess why would it have any, because it's like the end of the mission. Alright, and all that's left is the banner room. Now, you can slice all of these banners off, but the only two that conceal anything are these two. That one has a piece of loot, and this one has the safe. There's our key, and there's our vase. See how much loot I got. I think that's all the loot. I hope it is. Even if it's not, that's no biggie, but I guess we're gonna find out shortly, because we have this house key. And there we go. Mission complete. We don't have to go all the way back, thankfully. Alright, let me pop a save. Thank Christ. 55 minutes, jeez. So we got into the Downwind's Thieves Guild, we stole Lord Rando's Sapphire Vase, we stole at least 2000 loot, we retrieved Lord Rando's bracelet, we did not kill anyone, and we got back to the streets when we were done. So, yep, we got all the loot. Awesome. Total time 55 minutes and 19 seconds, 15 out of 18 pickpockets. Again, ridiculous how much there is to do in this mission. Damage dealt, yada yada. 3 hours, 11 minutes so far, 10,000 loot already, damn. It's only been 5 missions. But yeah, that was the Thieves Guild. Again, a very confusing mission for your first time and even second time. Hell, it even gives even me some trouble sometimes. Is it the worst mission in the entire game? Absolutely not, honestly. There's way worse missions that we're gonna have to play later on, but it's not the best either. I would rate it probably a 4 or 5 out of 10. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's not that great either. I highly recommend that you skip it on your first playthrough, but yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this session. Thank you all for watching. Next time we'll actually play my absolute favorite mission. Kind of funny how that works. One of my least favorites, and right after it, my absolute favorite mission. In the first game, at least. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be on Monday, however. I'm gonna give myself a break over the weekend. So stay tuned for that, and until then, thank you all very much for watching, and have a good one. Bye-bye.